Hey guys, I'm Shelby. I'm on staff here with the Nashville Nabs, and I had a pretty difficult summer and wanted to share with you guys a little bit about what it was like to trust God through that. So I was living and working in a world really impacted by COVID-19, and the uncertainty that came with that really started to weigh on me, especially in the middle of support raising for the year. I received a lot of questions about what the fall was going to look like, and my lack of ability to know and have the answers to that was really discouraging. And so I feel like I really understood that I was out of control as I was seeking to engage people in that way. And so I also experienced some pretty weighty conflict with a family member that no matter what I did, it kind of seemed like we couldn't resolve it. And that was really frustrating. And so in all of this, it seemed like God used this season to teach me that his nearness is not dependent on my emotions or my circumstances, and that trusting him is what I'm called to, even though it may not cause all of my emotions to go away. And so he seemed to tell me instead that the way forward is through, and by bringing my emotions to him day by day and choosing to return to him, I can practice trusting him in all circumstances. And so he used Psalm 131 to show me what this could look like. And so I want to read verses 2 and 3 for y'all. It says, but I have calmed and quieted my soul. Like a weaned child with its mother, like a weaned child is my soul within me. O Israel, hope in the Lord from this time forth and forevermore. And so as my soul was feeling overwhelmed and out of control this summer, it felt like God was using this psalm to invite me to simply rest with him as a place of refuge and safety, like a weaned child with its mother. And so this didn't just erase my negative emotions. There's still plenty to work through, but I can do so with a calm and quiet soul because I'm in the refuge of my Father day by day. So I'm still learning what this looks like, and I'm sure the fall will bring us all plenty of opportunities to practice trusting God. But I'm taking heart that he simply asks us to put our hope in him, returning to him day by day like a child to its mother. And so I hope we can learn to do that together this fall. Thanks, guys.
Hey, Nashville, what is up? My name is Kaylee Peoples. If you don't know me, I'm going to my senior year at Belmont. Yeehaw. And this summer was ridiculous. I know you know, but it was ridiculous. Yeah, everything got stripped away. All my plans, all my friends went home. Even my roommate left for a month, and I was just alone. Nobody around. No one wanted to hang out. Just chilling at my apartment alone, which is hard for me. Very, very hard for me. I am a super outgoing, extroverted, people-oriented person, and it was tough. Very tough. But it was awesome because I had to sit still and I had to lean into the Lord. I didn't have a choice, which when given the choice, way too often I'm like, I'm gonna go have fun, screw you, God. Not really like that, but like that. And it was awesome because even in the midst of all this craziness and everything, feeling like it's falling apart, feeling like I didn't have anybody, the Lord really just drew near to me in ways that I've never experienced, in ways that I've forgotten that he can be. He's such a physical, intangible God. I can be sitting around and he's just like, what's up? What are you doing? Let's talk. And you could feel him in the room. You can feel him literally giving you a peace sign, being a goofball back, because that's just me and God's relationship. We're goofballs. Yeah, so I got to be a goofball with the Lord, and I got to learn the value in cutting out big chunks of my day to spend with him and to pour into that relationship, because that relationship is way more important than any relationship I have here on this earth. And so I got to spend time with him, and he got to spend time with me, and I got to realize that he wants that. He wants to be near to you, even when you feel like you have no one physically to be near to you. He will fill that void, because he is such a good and such a loving and awesome God.
Hi, my name is Matt Stewart, and I'm going to answer the question of how I've seen God being present in my life this summer. Like many of you, my summer started a lot earlier than I expected when I was sent home from school in March. And with all the regulations that there were, I found myself unable to, A, work the internship that I hoped to be able to hang out with people that I hoped to, and now managing a lot of long distance relationships. There are a lot of challenges that I was not expecting and a lot of things that I wanted to do that I couldn't. But there were new opportunities too. I got to meet new people. I got to work in an environment with my family that drew me closer to them and taught me things that I couldn't have learned otherwise. I think a verse that really stuck out to me during this time is Philippians 4:13, that in Christ I can be content in all things. I think the thing I have learned the most through this summer of COVID is that in Christ I can truly be content.